Hey everybody, we're Grace and Amelia, investors from Iowa, and today we're going to talk to you about creative financing.
So creative financing is a huge buzzword lately, but it can be a little bit confusing. So Grace is going to walk us step by step through one of her creative financing deals.
So I got this deal because I tell everybody I know that I pay $1,000 on any lead that I close on. One of my friends knew a friend who was thinking about selling her house, so she put us in touch. The seller had just bought her home 9 months ago, so she knew if she listed it on the market and paid realtor fees and a second set of closing costs, much less maybe inspection or repairs, she would definitely be in the hole on this house. So she knew she wanted to sell it to an investor like me.
This is where creative finance comes in.
So we agreed on the following terms: a purchase price of $105,000, $0 down payment, a 0% interest rate, and a 5-year term. I also agreed to pay her closing costs. Now, she had an existing loan of $95,000 on this house. So this is what we call a wrap mortgage, where I took her existing loan and I put of 95 and I put my loan of 105 around that existing loan. So that means that she has $10K of equity.
Because 105 minus 95 is 10,000. Okay, I'm following.
So the pity is $576, but I'm paying her $726. So that difference of $150 is what I am paying her for her equity slice every single month.
So she's cash flowing 150 every single month.
She's pretty much cash flowing $150 every month, but that $150 is 100% principal because, like I said, we did 0%. And also that payment will stop once that $10K of her equity runs out.
And did you say what was the repayment term? I can't remember.
5 years.
Okay, got
Yep.
it. So you have to pay her out in some way in 5 years.
Exactly. The best part about this deal is that I got to close on this house and take over a 3% interest, which was her original mortgage, of that $95K. And
that's amazing.
I know.
Now it's like 7 or 8%.
I know.
So,
and the additional $10K was at 0%. But also the even better part is I closed this house with like $3,700 out of pocket, which was pretty much just my closing costs because I didn't have to do a down payment and I didn't have to use my own credit and I didn't have to go and get a loan.
That's amazing. So let's talk about the numbers. I mean, we've been talking about the numbers, but let's talk about the back end numbers.
Yeah. So the numbers. Initially, I rented this long term for around $1,250, I think, but now I actually converted it to a midterm rental, which if you guys don't know by now, we love. And so I get $1,800 for a midterm rental. I would say utilities are probably around $300, so that brings us to $1,500. My mortgage payment is $726, and then I also have some other miscellaneous and my reserve. So I would say I probably cash flow around $500 or $600 every month, which means at the end of the year, I'm cash flowing $6,000 a year. Well, if you remember, it only took me $3,700 out of pocket to close on this property. I would say I probably spent $3,000 on furniture.
Your cash on cash return is over 100% for that deal. So amazing deal. And I remember when you showed me the property, it was super cute in move-in ready condition. So
Yeah.
It was perfect. Didn't have to do anything to it. We'll insert some pictures
Yeah.
here so you guys can see, but
Actually, that's the best part of the deal that I forgot to say. This was a turnkey property. I think I spent like $100 to clean it, and that was it. It was newly renovated with subway tile, nice fixtures, super cute place. So at the end of my 5-year term, you might be wondering what happens. So I can do 3 things. I can refinance it, go get a loan from a bank, I could sell it, or I could just pay off the balloon if I had the cash to do so. Looking back, I definitely wish I would have gotten more than 5 years. I wish I would have gotten at least a 10-year term, but I think it was one of my first deals and I was just so excited to do it that I didn't negotiate as hard as I could have.
And who knows, honestly, in 5 years, you could go back to her and be like, hey, do you like getting these monthly $150 extra checks every month? Like, maybe we can extend.
Yeah.
So that's always an option too.
I've thought about that as well, as seeing what I can negotiate and continue to pay her to continue to take over her loan. Because even though I have 5 years on the loan, she's got like another 25 years on the loan.
Exactly.
So there's another 20 years of her loan that basically I don't have access to right now.
Yeah, and that's totally creative. One more thing If interest rates stay the way they are and you maybe go to refinance in 5 years and interest rates are 8-9%, you could even pay her a little bit more to keep that 3% interest. So it's all about thinking outside the box with what you can do.
And seeing how can you help a seller either make money or get out of a bad situation, save taxes, whatever it is. When you're trying to do creative financing, that is what you have to keep in mind, is how do I help the seller and make it a win-win.
So if you are looking for creative deals, here are 3 places that you can find them. The first one is people that have no equity or negative equity in their home.
Like this deal.
Exactly. The second is distressed properties. So if you're out driving around, you see properties that have yards that are unkept, paint that's peeling, etc. They might be in a financial hardship and need some help to get out of their loan. And the third is vacant property. So if you know of a house that's sitting there empty, the owner isn't doing anything with it, that could be a great option for creative financing.
They might have picked up and left town 2 years ago and been paying 2 mortgage payments and are struggling to get that paid, so they would be willing to sell it creatively. Thanks for watching. We hope you got some great tips for doing a creative financing deal on your own.
And if you really like this video, comment, like, and subscribe to help us out.